Hello and welcome back for part 2. So what we're going to cover in this section is documenting your education skills and experience, and finally tips for effective cover letters. So determining your skills, again it comes down to what jobs you're targeting. I said there was 2 key words in part 1, and that was sell yourself. That was the purpose of the resume. The 2 key words in this section are job description. Okay, so when you see a job that you want to apply for, I want you to print it out. Okay, then I want you to read it, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And that 3rd time, I want you to take a highlighter or a pen or whatever, and either highlight or underline what you believe are the key jobs, the key duties, tasks, responsibilities, etc. And like we said, to target your resume for each and individual job that you're applying for. And again, that means working out what is the employer looking for, okay? And then trying to match as much of your skills and education and experience to that job, obviously without lying, because they will catch you out. So what skills do you possess? Again, consider all of your education, right from high school or even before, working through that, your work experience and any training that you've done. And this is a good one. Pull out all your transferable skills. Now, you'll probably hear your careers advisors talk about maybe hard or soft skills. Hard skills, something like tangible, like plumbing, you're a plumber or an electrician or whatever. But soft skills are often harder to teach and they're harder to find out in the workplace. So again, these are soft skills that are typically things like cash handling, supervisory skills, doing inventory, any customer service skills, good communication and interpersonal skills, which can be difficult for people because we're a generation of using our thumbs and our fingers and texting and Snapchat and all that stuff. And any form of responsibility, even from babysitting onwards, okay? All these are great for an employers, and if you don't have the practical experience, this is a good fallback, and this is what we as employers look for, especially in our younger people who maybe haven't had as much time and experience in the workplace yet. So like we said, normally you will start off with your education, and you will normally list your highest degree or qualification first. And when you write the degree, it's good to make sure you put the institution down. So in this example, an associate degree in electrics from Central Community College, Chicago, and put the graduation date in. Include any awards, scholarships you may have had, honor society, any affiliations. And I know some of you may be aspiring to join the military, so you may be in a military academy or a GROTC, and again, you get credentials from them, so make sure you list those as well. Then for those of you who have some work experience, make sure you highlight your professional work experience, okay? And again, it should be relevant and within the last 5 to 6 year time frame, because employers know there is such a thing as skill fade. So if you were maybe helped out in a real estate office, and then you went into finance, and you did that for a couple of years, but now you're maybe looking to go back into a real estate market or something on your own. Again, if it's over 5 or 6 years, you might have to justify or maybe do a refresher training, because if they see that, they might think, well, no, we might have to do some extra training for them, and is it worth it? And again, you can get certifications in almost anything these days. Again, through WorkNet DuPage is a good example, but there's a lot of software and IT, professional certifications in HR and all that sort of thing. And in the retail and sales industry, there's lots of certifications there. And again, you may well be a member or aspire to join a professional association or trade affiliation. So professional experience, when we come to list the jobs, you normally do in chronological order, easy for me to say. So you do your most recent job first, and then you work backwards. Again, if you're changing fields, when you come to list your duties and responsibilities, try and pick and choose, okay? And pick the ones most relevant to the job or the field you're either applying for or you're transferring into. Again, use action words, okay? You're trying to demonstrate your value to the employer. So use words like implemented, conducted, and results words, because that's what we want to see. You achieved this, you improved that, or you increased this, okay? And then when you come to list your accomplishments, try and keep it to about 3 to 5 distinct and important and measurable accomplishments that you can honestly say you've achieved. And again, try and quantify your accomplishments, okay? No, led a team. Well, how many was in the team? What did that team do? What success did you have? Okay, so again, student of the year, employee of the month, you increased sales by 15%. That's what we mean by trying to quantify. And again, make sure you don't miss out members of any school sports teams or clubs or societies, because that shows teamwork. Okay, you're a team player. And again, any other achievements like that, like being an Eagle Scout, is especially a good one to have on your resume, because most employers know exactly the involvement that takes. So here's an example resume. So like we said, we've got your contact details at the top. Again, generic email, hopefully a phone number that works with a good professional voicemail at the end of it. And then one nice tip I like to give is, for the job title at the top of your resume, I always make it match the job title. It's in the job description you're applying for. And then when I read the job description, I pick 3 key things that I believe the employer is looking for. And as long as I've got them, I bang them right underneath the job title. Because that top third of the resume is really important, because as a recruiter, like I said, if I'm scrolling through 50 resumes, that will catch my eye and want me to read the rest of it. So that's why the professional profile is very important, and it helps build a personal connection. Then it comes to my education. So I've got my education here, the program, the different elements of the course material, and again, any awards that I got from my educational institution, any other education there. Then when you come to document your employment history, again, there's a certain format that we use. You've got the employer, the job title, the dates, and then, like I said, 4 to 5, or in this case there's 6 key bullet points, and make them measurable and quantifiable. And then again, that was my first job, probably straight out of high school. But same again, I've used 3 different bullets that showcase my entire skills and range. Okay, moving on to cover letters. More and more employers are using cover letters sometimes as a filter for candidates as well. So it's important to know what the use is. So basically, the cover letters introduce you to your next potential employer. And they are just as important as your resume. But a lot of people get that it's a bit of a grey area, and there's a bit of a crossover sometimes between a resume and a cover letter, and it shouldn't be like that. So again, everything's in the preparation. So make sure your resume is updated, make sure it highlights the skills and experience for that particular job, and then research the organization you're applying to. Make sure you find out what kind of company is it, okay? What is their core business and locations? What skills, knowledge, and experience does the job entail? And don't just copy and paste or just regurgitate what's in your resume already. That's not what they're looking for. What you want to do with a cover letter is make a personal connection and show them why should they hire you. And a good cover letter is simple, short and simple. 3 basic components, 3 basic paragraphs. Paragraph 1, why are you writing? Paragraph 2, show what you have to offer the employer. Like I said, demonstrate your value. And paragraph 3, how you plan to follow up. So here's an example cover letter that I like to use. And again, you can see the 3 basic paragraphs. The first one, okay, this letter is to express my interest in, you insert the job title. Oh, I was going to say, this is a standard letter. Recruiters hate standard letters. But use this format, you can make it personal, and it makes a great connection. So again, you've picked 2 things from the job description. There's those 2 words again that you can honestly say you can match. And you put those in. And then I am confident I would be a great addition to, insert the company name. Again, making that personal connection. My resume, now you say, prove it, Ian, okay? Well, my resume highlights my ability, my knowledge, expertise in, again, pick 2 key things. And then demonstrate what you've done already. Okay, when I was at Universal Technical Institute, I was awarded student of the course, a student of the semester. When I worked at Smith Motors, now I succeeded, or I saved money, saved time, increased sales. Okay, so you're proving your worth to that employer. And finally, again, how you would follow up. I'm excited about, insert the job title. Okay, I am on my ability to help the company name succeed. So you're making that personal connection. And then most careers advice will tell you, you finish a cover letter with something bland like, No, yours is looking forward to hearing from you. Okay? Show you're proactive. You're going to contact them. You're going to appreciate the opportunity to follow up with them and maybe hopefully get an interview. So that's how I end my cover letters there. And finally, just some last quick details. Respond to an employer in a timely manner. Okay? Have professional courtesy, at least I would say within 24 or 48 hours. Make sure email messages and other forms of correspondence containing resumes and cover letters are consistent and professional. Okay? Show them that you mean business. And finally, stay positive, guys. There's a big wide world out there, okay? Keep track of where and when you applied. Again, get that journal back out so you can keep track of all the different jobs you've applied to. And then do not ever consider that your resume or cover letters are finished. They are living documents, and like we said earlier, they should follow you through your career path all the way through high level training. And again, for me, all I wish you good luck and every success in the future. Finally, we were asked to give a quick 1 minute bit on where we came from. So obviously you can maybe tell from my accent, I'm from Scotland. Spent 35 years in the Royal Navy as an air traffic controller. Had a great time, visited 96 countries, got myself into Navy recruiting. So when I left the Navy, I decided to stay in the career service because I enjoyed meeting young people, and came over to the US in 2007. And the person who inspires me, well, being a Navy guy, it only had to be the one person, Admiral William McRaven, probably one of the most decorated Navy SEALs in the country. And he's written a couple of great books, and he did a famous commencement speech at the University of Texas in Austin. You can Google it, it's on YouTube, it's fantastic. And he's actually wrote a little book about it. It was called Making Your Bed. And then he's got a brilliant book that came out last year called Sea Stories. So that's who inspires me to do better each and every day. So again, thank you for watching and all the best. Take care.